You will not survive.
Yeah.
Utakufia katikati tu hapo. You can't repeat that 100 times.
I know.
You get very
hata mate inaisha.
Yeah. But if you can explain that once, and then this once reaches 10,000 people when you are still relaxed.
Yeah.
It makes work easier for you. It finds you customers.
Yes.
Even when you are sleeping.
Yeah. That's true.
When you invest, that is why Safaricom is the biggest company in Kenya right now. They still market.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola is the biggest
company.
Despite
not having competitors.
Yes. Listen, Coca-Cola is one of the largest companies in Kenya, in the world, but they still market.
They still market, it's true. We start.
Wait.
I'm counting down.
Wait. Okay. Adiniachane nikuwa uncomfortable. Okay. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're watching us from. My name is Gerald and others call me G. And today we are at the East Africa Community Trade Fair, AMA EAC Trade Fair, the MS.
Kidogo imekata kutoka. Let me assist Gerald. It's the MSME Trade Fair by the East Africa Community.
Yes, MSMEs Trade Fair by the EAC. Of course, that's what kickstarts our program today. Of course, Leo, we have come here to talk to different, MSMEs. I don't know why this name always changes me. But we're talking to entrepreneurs from different parts of East Africa, and of course from Somalia, from Congo, from Burundi, from Rwanda, and of course everybody is right here, even in Kenya, to talk to us about what they do. Tanzania, Uganda, they are in the building today, and of course the field is full of people from all corners of East Africa, and today we are seeing different products and brands that they have brought in to the country to showcase. And of course, Kenya becomes the luckiest to hold this, the 25th event. Of course, Kenya, to you, drum roll.
That's 254.
Yes, 254 is hosting it today at the Uhuru Gardens. And with me today, one lucky lady is with us here, and her name is Marion Oluoch, and she is the founder of Kwe and Cole Premium Foods, and she's going to be telling us what she's selling to the people of East Africa. And of course, if you're in Uganda, you can buy. If you're in Tanzania, you can buy. If you're in Rwanda, Burundi, you can buy. If you're in Somalia, it can cross over to you, to the Horn of Africa, right? And we can sell it over to you. There are amazing products right here with us. I feel like I want to taste one of them, but I'm told you cannot eat it without food. So let's hear, what do we have? But first of all, let's start with your name. What's your name?
So as you said, my name is Marion Oluoch. I am the co-founder of Kwe and Cole Premium Foods, and we are a Kenyan company based here in Nairobi, although we still have a bit of operations on the Kisumu side. And we do hot sauces and different condiments.
Hot sauces and different condiments. New word, underline, condiments. And of course, that's the key word. So today, what did you come with? But first, before I go to what you came with, how has been the event so far so good?
I mean, of course, it started off with a bit of challenges, but so far we've been able to settle, been able to interact with different vendors from different parts of East Africa. It's actually interesting to see some of the things that people are building out there, because it shows we have the opportunity, we have the capacity, we just need to build on that.
We just need to build on that. Yeah. You can hear it. Like, you Kenyans, you need to do something. You need to come. You need to, come and see what people have right here. You need to see amazing stuff. Did you enjoy? Is there something else you saw apart from what you're selling that amazed you? What stood out for you today?
Quite frankly, I have seen so many different things. I have seen, for example, ginger that's coated with honey. I found that to be quite fascinating, because I don't think I've seen that in our local market. I've also seen different concoctions made by different wagangas, and I'm like, you know what? If we can be able to put something beautiful in a package for people to be able to see it out there, then why not? Why not?
Wonderful. For me, something stood out. I saw people that are making traditional juice and medicine, and these are like the one you're calling gangas. And they have some juice. They said it solves all the bedroom issues. And I'm like, I want to sample.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Well. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move in to what we have on our table today. And of course, Marion Oluoch has something amazing. What did you bring for us today?
So today I brought for you the 4 different flavors of sauces that we have, and also our honey. We have different types of hot sauce flavors. We have the mango pineapple, which is our fruity rendition of the hot sauces. We have the jalapeno lime. If you're into a zesty type of flavor, you know, you enjoy citruses, oranges, lemons, limes, all those things, then this is where you are likely to find your taste bud falling towards. And then we have something that is probably quite different in the Kenyan market, and that's something we call hot honey. So hot honey is basically honey that's infused with chilies, just so that you can be able to now use honey differently. You know, we're used to honey being just a breakfast product, but now you can be able to use honey on your lunch, on your dinner. You know, the typical pizza that we just eat when it's bland like that, splash some bit of hot honey, amazing things over there. And then we have the OG sauce. I call it the OG because it's the one that started off this entire process. My husband was tinkering around with different flavors, and this is where he started off from, and then he built it up from there. And of course, we have our regular honey, which comes from our hives, and our hives are located in Kisumu. Yeah.
In Kisumu. And of course, we have to respect the airlines because chopper is chopping.
The chopper is chopping.
And of course, we got to continue with this. And of course, you said about the honey. I want to hear a little bit more about the honey. When did you start the honey brand?
So the honey brand, actually, the whole thing started about COVID time. COVID time, people were experimenting quite a bit. And growing up, my mom was actually a vet. And for the longest time, I've always been scared of animals and things like that. But then for me, beekeeping became like a full circle moment, because then I was able to reference back to what my late mom used to do. And I ended up becoming a beekeeper because everything else was too scary for me. So beekeeping is what landed me there. It's been an interesting journey just trying to build on the beekeeping aspect of the business. So far, we have about 55 hives in Kisumu, trying to grow and build more on that. And yeah, just get women to also join beekeeping. It's not reserved for men.
I mean, beekeeping. This woman is a beekeeper. You keep bees in your compound?
I keep bees in my compound, in the farm, yeah. But it's not too far from the compound.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you not afraid some of these days you'll buy a good spray and once you do this, the bees will come? Now,
the interesting thing about bees is a lot of the times, unless you go chokoraing the bees, what's the English word for chokoraing? Disturbing, yeah? If you go disturbing the bees, then that's when the bees will come for you. But a lot of the times you'll find, like say someone like my dad used to have like 4 hives in the compound, no incident whatsoever. But the moment you go and chokora the hives, you disturb the hives, and that's when the bees will attack you.
Okay.
Yeah, bees don't attack for no reason.
So they don't just attack?
They don't just attack.
If you have good flowers.
Of course, they'll come to forage. If you have a good perfume or a good cologne,
yes,
they'll think you're a forage place where they can forage. But then when you try to hit it away, that's when it attacks you.
Oh, but it will not just like sting you.
No.
Come and realize
if you remain calm, just remain calm. If a bee comes around you, does its business, goes away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The business of smelling and eating.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. So tell us more about the products. So how did you come up with these products? What's the genesis?
So the genesis was, quite frankly, it was a failed chili farming project. We tried to do chilies for export, and it didn't quite work out well, because a lot of the times at that particular time, both my husband and myself were preoccupied with full-time jobs. So of course, farming over the phone never works. It needed us to be on the ground full-time. So at the point when we realized this is not working, we figured we have quite a bit of time in our hands during COVID, so how about we pivot? So he experimented with a few flavors in our kitchen, and then slowly he built over on the flavors over time. Now we've ended up with 4, trying to maybe have additional, maybe 2 SKUs, and then build from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you at some point, did you have challenges along the way?
More like not just one, several, several. Because I mean, with any business starting off, we had challenges with regards to capacity. You know, you find yourself spreading yourself too thin because you can't be able to be at one place, several places at once. And at that particular time, there was only 2 of us in the team. So we needed to be able to figure out our capacity building challenges. Of course, there's been financial aspects that have been challenges as well. Because this entire product that we see here, we've built it from our own savings. We didn't get any financing, so I think part of being in this particular organization is you get to interact with different people. Like I've seen guys from an organization called Markup, they're able to guide MSMEs on how to go about their business, how to do about market access, financing. So I've been fortunate enough to be able to, find ways to go around the challenges. But of course, with any business, challenges are there.
Did you ever have a quality challenge? Like, for example, you sold it to somebody and they returned and said probably it's not good or it's not working or something happened to them, they had a stomach upset or something. Did you have such challenges?
Fortunately for us, we've not had any challenge like that. So we are grateful and we hope we continue on that same path. But of course, we've had instances where, because of the lack of education, the different flavors is something very new in the local market. Most of the chilies you find in the local market, it will just be a hot sauce, but without any particular flavor. So the different flavors, the biggest challenge I would say has come around in terms of educating customers, just trying to get them to understand, what is something like hot honey. Hot honey is not something that people are familiar with. So just trying to build on that customer education, getting them to understand what it's all about. I think that's what I would leave it as. I would sum it as that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I see in your products, what I would expect of a sauce is if you can feel like it's glass. What I would expect of a sauce is something I can press, and get it out. Why did you choose this type of bottle instead of a glass?
Okay.
Why?
So the biggest driver when it came to decision making in terms of what we wanted our brand to look like was the sustainability aspect. We're very big on, just trying to make sure the environment that we currently live in is also there for like our kids in the future. Because I'll just casually throw this in, but the business is actually named after our children. So Kwe is our firstborn son, he's 4 years old. We have Colette, who's our daughter. So the Cole aspect of it, she's 2 years old. So it's basically just trying to build on the sustainability that, not just ourselves, but everyone around us is trying to work on. Glass also, there's the aspect of it protects from things like, what's the right word? Not infections, like damage of sorts, because you see plastic is permeable. So it can be able to pick up on other flavors if not stored well. But with glass is impermeable, so nothing can be able to penetrate through. From the point of package, at least we're guaranteed the quality of the product remains the same.
Until to the table.
Yes.
So it protects the quality, the smell, the taste and everything else, because if you put it near the soap, it will not taste like omo. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can hear and feel it for yourself. Of course, there's a comment area down there. If you have a question, if you want to ask something, please make sure you do follow us on livenow.africa.com. And I want her to tell us, how can people find your products?
Okay, so if you would like to get some of our products, or actually if you'd like to buy the full range, even more for us, but you can be able to get our products. They're currently available at Chandarana and at Zucchini. However, you can still order directly from us. That's on our website or even on our socials. Our website is www.kweandcole, that's KWEANDCOLE.com, kweandcole.com. And our socials, same thing, Kwe and Cole on all social platforms. That's your Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X, anywhere you'll find us as Kwe and Cole.
So Kwe and Cole in this website, is it Kwe and then the sign and or just the name and?
The name and.
Oh,
yes.
Kwe and Cole.
Yes.
Wow, Cole is C-O-L-E, Kwe is K-W-E. All right.
Spot on.
Yes, so now what would you want to tell another person out there that is an MSME, right, like you,
Yes.
and they would want to probably start up something, and they want to package, they have an idea, they are maybe feeling stuck or something? What would you want to tell them right now?
So what I would actually tell them two things. If you're already on the journey of entrepreneurship, don't give up. I know it can be challenging, it can be exhausting. You can experience quite a bit of burnout because we ourselves have experienced it. So, but don't give up. You'll always get to that, find little pockets of joy that can be able to bring your spirits back up when you're feeling down. So that would be one. Don't give up and find pockets of joy that can sustain you. And then the second thing is, if you want to start or you're looking to start, just start.
Just start.
Just start. Because honestly, the more you think about it, and I've suffered from this myself, you hold yourself back because you're like, oh, what will people think? What will people say? But you never know. You could literally put your product out there and it becomes the #1 selling product in the country, in the world, or someone just loves it and they're like, you know what, I want it for Horeca or whatever it might be. But if you don't start, no, you'll never get that opportunity. You'd better start. You're safer starting and then building on it. The small corrections that are there. I mean, even when you visited the table, for example, there was the aspect of, you told us it would make more sense if customers are able to see the discounts that you're giving. So just start.
Just start.
Yep.
Just start. So how much are you selling these products?
So typically our hot sauces, these three, the ones that I'm holding, that's the habanero with honey, the mango pineapple, and the jalapeno lime. Those are typically 550 shillings, but for today and for this entire period, we'll be doing it for 450.
450, discount of 100?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and then the hot honey is usually 650 shillings. That's the hot honey and the regular honey. It's usually 650, but for this entire period, we'll be doing a discount of 100 shillings as well, so 550.
550 for this one, 450 for this, for this, for this, and for honey, for this, and for honey?
500 usually has the habanero pulp, so we blend our habanero chilies, then we cook it down with the mango pineapple puree. So we get mango pineapple from actual real fruits, no additives, not flavors.
You take the mango from a tree.
Yes.
You peel the mango, you cut it and put in the pan.
So you blend it, and then that puree that you get, that's what we put in the pan.
Then you cook.
Then you cook it
together with the chili.
Yes. Yes. You're spot on. At this point, you should come and join us. Yeah?
I should
Very
be part of
spot on. Yes, you should be part of
the production.
Exactly.
I mean, because producing videos doesn't have aroma. Because producing videos doesn't have aroma. But then then this is now you cook mango and a few other things.
Yes.
Are there a few other things? Anything else more?
So because of the preservative aspect, we are required by KEBS to add preservatives, and that is already there. So the only additional thing that we're going to be doing is maybe just listing out the exact preservatives that we have in the product, rather than just putting a generic preservative information on it. And then something else that we usually have is a bit of ascorbic acid, that's vitamin C, just to retain the color and the look of the product.
So that it can excusing the airlines.
The planes, they're doing the most.
They're doing the most. Is the airline.
Yes.
In the barabara. So you make sure that there's something a little bit you add to maintain the color, so that I don't find this one a little bit reddish more than this.
So
to maintain the uniform color in the shelves.
Yes.
All right.
But just to clarify, because we're still a handcraft small batch company, a lot of the times you could find the color will vary depending on what the chilies we have used look like. So sometimes even in terms of the heat levels, sometimes the heat levels vary because of the types of chili, because we work with small scale farmers just so that we can also be able to give them opportunities for them to make money where they typically would not have been able to do the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a product that is already certified by KEBS. All right?
Yes.
You can say that.
Yes,
Okay.
confidently.
Okay, all right. So your factory, you said, is it in Nairobi, Nakuru, or where are you guys?
So we are located in Embakasi. We work from Embakasi, but our apiary is what is in Kisumu.
Kisumu.
Yes.
That's where you manufacture all this.
No, we manufacture in Nairobi, but our bees are in Kisumu.
Ah, you are bees.
Yes, the apiary.
Where we get the product
Yes.
is Kisumu.
Yes.
But then that is the raw
material, exactly.
Then you bring them from Kisumu and bring them to Nairobi, then you make.
Yes.
Do you have a very big sufuria for cooking?
Oh my God,
Yes.
yes we do. Yes we do, and very soon we are hoping we can be able to go to an even bigger one.
So is it like a machine, or that's something you make at?
So currently we're using just the regular sufuria on the heated pan. However, what we're looking to go to is a jacketed cooker, which then naturally heats the sauce at the same temperature throughout, so there's no longer any need for stirring because it will be automatically stirring itself.
Ah, yep. So you want to automate this?
Yes,
but in the meantime you're doing
handcrafted.
Oh my
exactly.
God. We love made in Kenya for Kenyans, and also for the East Africa, of course.
Yep.
We are happy that this is happening in Kenya right today.
Yep.
And we are with the right person who does it. And of course, if you want this product, like she said, you can call 07
02 69 22 26. That's the business number. Every so often, you can always also reach out to me. That's 0725 2020 92. Or you could also reach out directly to Joseph, that's my husband, on 0721 930 681.
Of course, you can always reach out to me in case you miss them. 0798155000 is the number to call so that you can find them or find us to guide you to get where they are. Of course, you said your product are in Chandarana and Suchini, and you're still looking for more. And if you're there and you want to sell these products, how can they find, or what can they do? Are you open for a regular retailer?
Yes, so we are open for a regular retailer, and part of the things that we're maybe looking at in terms of future business is also private labeling, but that will come a bit later in the future. But currently we've started off with just going into retail and direct to consumer, and then now hopefully we can be able to build on other aspects of the business, even when we've also been able to get the capacity to handle that.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Your parting shot. Tell your customers something. Assure them about your product as you do the parting shot.
So my parting shot would be, first of all, I would say it's good to support locally made Kenyan businesses. That's number one. And also number two, one of the things of buying and building Kenya is you're able to not only encourage, we have, as Kenyans, we've gotten used to the idea of employment is the way to go. But then when you're buying and you're building Kenya, you're showing people that, hey, you can be able to build something and there'll be someone out there for you who can be able to love your product and purchase it from you and buy it from you.
Wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, up to that point, we've reached the end of our discussion with Marion Oluoch. And of course, another day we're going to be visiting your factory.
Yay, would love that.
Come and see. And we also want to meet Mr. Joseph.
Yes.
We want to know Joseph also, because we hear he's also the genius behind this product.
The
flavors. And he's the guy that, came up with most of the ideas here.
Quite frankly, you know what's interesting about Joseph? Growing up, he didn't like cooking. So he was the sibling who was always the one for doing dishes, other things except cooking. But then when he met me, slowly he transitioned to cooking, and then he ended up here. Now he's more of a kitchen person than even me. And he left IT to do this. So technically he's an IT person doing hot sauces.
And does he do this like full-time or
yes.
not? So now you guys have moved full-time?
Right now it's full-time hot sauces. That's it.
Wow. Wow. What an MSME. She is doing good with it, and we are happy that we got an opportunity to talk to her you've given us great insight, and of course, maybe my last question to you before we close it, has the government of Kenya helped MSMEs like you in any way? And do you feel like there is support, or you feel like these talents are, going to get lost?
I think the government has done quite a bit, but I feel like there's still so much more that they can be able to do to support small businesses. Simply because, small businesses, you'll find ourselves struggling with access to market, we'll find ourselves struggling with access to financing. So those are aspects that they can be able to build on, so that they can be able to bring up these small businesses that are trying to create employment within the Kenyan country, and even, I mean, for expats or whatever it might be. So there's definitely room for improvement from the government, but so far, I mean, with events such as this, that's opportunity for us to be able to showcase ourselves, to be able to show what we're doing, what we can be able to deliver. So yeah, definitely they've done something, but there's definitely room for improvement.
There's more to be done. Thank you so much. We've come to the end of this discussion. We'll talk to you another time. If you have a question, if you have something that you want to say, the comment area is open for you. And for now, it's a goodbye.
Bye, guys.